Hello, everybody. Thank you for liking, watching, subscribing. Welcome to Vegeta State Army. Today, I have a special guest. We have Giancarlo from PPG. Say hello, Giancarlo. Say hello, all our viewers.
Sup? Sup, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, and then also Ken from Vegeta State Army, the boy, Super Saiyan Blue, aka SSB, Kaioken Blue, Vegeta, Popo Fusion. Say hello, Ken.
Vegeta, yo, what's up?
What's up, big dog? All right, today, I want to make something very clear. We have different builds of, we have three very different players here. I'm very aggro, Giancarlo's a little more control, Ken as well. And we're going to have budget decks for this guy. We had a video before that you can check out where I just talk about what he can do, some opinions, some ideas, maybe you guys can borrow. And I'm just going to go into, like, now the competitive build so it can help any of you kind of build this deck more geared toward the next meta. And then if you like any of these configurations, you can ask us about it. And if you want a cheaper version because you're playing at locals or something, we will have a budget deck. But I do want to pick everyone's brains here about King Vegeta. And first, I'm going to start off with Giancarlo. Okay, you just showed me this build. And I love it already. I'm going to steal, my deck has already changed looking at your deck. Because I love it. Yeah, it's already, so go ahead and tell me about your deck.
I don't know where to start. So it's red green. Okay, where do I start? First of all, calling it my deck is a little disingenuous. I stole it from Matt Coombs, who is also on PPG. Shout out to Matt Coombs. I've been stealing his decks a lot. I'm not really much of a deck builder anymore. I just kind of I'll take a deck and play test it and tweak it to my liking. So he sent me his list. I stole it, which is what I've been doing to all his lists lately. And then I kind of just have been testing the hell out of it. Can we cuss?
Oh, yeah. Please.
Okay, yeah, all right, got you. Thank you. Yeah, I've been testing the shit out of it. And then, I've just been tweaking it here or there. I need to do more testing. I mean, I feel like the deck is it's almost there, man. It's I would enter this in a tournament probably I'm pretty close to being satisfied with the final build, but this is a super gas version of red green aggro. Is it up on the screen right now? Can they see it?
Yep, it's the build you sent, and it's literally your build is up there right now.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, friggin' Piccolo Jr. is a good card. Alliance Piccolo Jr. It's been in launch. If you don't have them, literally buy them now because the closer we get to a nationals, the more they're gonna go up. So if you want to play red green. And let's say nationals happens in October, fingers crossed, hopefully we even have a nationals, but, they're going to be $100 and don't wait to get them. Buy them now if you don't have them. The card's really good. I mean, it has flaws, it's telegraph and it's they can negate the attack, but if they negate the attack, you still alliance, you burn, you deal damage, then you draw 2 cards. I'm playing Toa. Toa is 1 energy, overwhelm 3, untap a 2-drop. So you untap Piccolo Jr. The reason it's good in this deck is because you awaken when your opponent's life is at 4. So on turn 2, you summon Piccolo Jr., you swing, they're gonna be a 4. That's just the way this deck works. It just gets free damage, a lot of attacks, a lot of burn damage, and then you Toa, you untap Piccolo Jr. and you attack again, draw 2 more cards, deal another damage. We play 3 Bardock the Resolute because, again, a lot of burn damage. That's a double strike. You can summon Bardock the Resolute literally turn 1 every single game because Young Invaders plays Vegeta to their opponent's side of the board.
Wait. Remember, he doesn't proc off of the Vegeta, but he will proc off of the Piccolo. Because when you play Vegeta, you can't play non-Red Saiyans for the turn.
Okay.
But
yes, you are correct.
It will happen off of the Piccolo, turn 2. So
yeah. No, I got you. Yeah. No, but he also triggers off of the critical Vegeta.
Oh yeah, but yeah, it's literally anything. It triggers off of the Beerus, which I think is hilarious because you can play for free the Goku switching gears or the Vegeta. They're 10k, yeah, but the first swing is gonna go into a 5k leader because your Vegeta Young Invader is gonna neg that first swing, and then you can rival him. Yeah, and then you can rival him for 1, and then give it double strike, and then pop a 20k. That's super genius.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so the Gogeta and Beerus arrival, I'm only playing 3. I'm playing 2 Gogeta, 1 Beerus. I don't want to play 4 because they're 1 mana 10k, so when I'm going in, they clog your hand. That's like my only issue with this deck is having a clogged ass hand. Like on turn 2, I'm trying to like swing in with Piccolo and go for game because like they honestly like I've killed a lot of decks on turn 2 before. It's not impossible at all, but it's like I can't really shotgun effectively because I have like 3 cards I can't combo with. So um, yeah, I mean I don't know. Like this is like the all gas version. You don't need Raditz promo. You could just cut it. You also don't need Goku promo. You could just play 4 of the Vegeta Young Invader because the Vegetas need to send a Vegeta. So you just play 4 Vegeta Young Invader. You don't need Raditz. You don't need it. I play it, but if you're like you said for budget, like if you're worried about budget, just don't get Raditz. Just play 4 Vegeta. You do need Vegeta switching gears though. That card is nuts. That's like that card is gas as hell.
I know. Yeah, and again, we're gonna have a separate like video for a budget version.
Okay,
gotcha. But we had, I mean, just going over the basics. Let's hope we're not going over the leader or just explaining the cards. We're just talking about like basically what the deck can do. And like this, I'm glad you brought up that you don't really need some of these promos because a lot of people are worried about some of these promos.
Yeah.
I myself, I'm not running a lot of them. And I've been testing it just because like the 3-drop, like regular Vegeta that you have at 4 here. The one that's like a 1-drop 19k crit that draws a card. Like, that card is still snapped, and there's so many things you can do with it. And that we're gonna go over. It's like insane. It's like a common or some uncommon, whatever. So,
well, like you said about procking the Young Invader, like you're swinging a 19k crit into a 5 or 10k leader, like because it reduces their leader. When he's played, you look at the top 5 and add a red Saiyan. So the leader can only get mono red, but Vegeta can get multicolor. So you can grab Nappa, you can grab Gogeta. You know, it's that card's nuts, man. The only promo you 100% need is switching gears. So like really like it's only gonna be like switching gears is gonna be like a $20 promo, man. So like an $80 for the deck. Like if you're gonna buy Eradicators a piece, you're not gonna be worried about a $20 promo. You know, that's how I kind of look at it.
Yep, exactly. Now, one thing that's unique about your deck is I like the Toa. And I really want to add that. I may replace, because I have an Overwhelm too, so I may replace it just because that's amazing. By the way, guys, the Alliance on the Piccolo isn't once per turn. So, like, if you do play the Nappa turn 2, and then you play the 3-drop Trunks, you can proc the Alliance twice on it with the Toa Unison, Overwhelm, because the leader is going to untap 1 energy. But also, one thing that's unique about your deck that I want to talk about is the Trunks. Because if you do combo with the Trunks, it does give them that pump for the rest of the turn, which is super sweet.
Your power, it's
Anything else before we go on?
I was gonna say it's a mono red Saiyan, so you can add it with your leader or the other Vegeta. When you swing with Piccolo, you're going for game. It combos for 10k, or you charge it for red energy. It synergizes really well. The last thing I'll say is assimilate. Play 3 assimilate because it searches Piccolo Jr. But I also play double Kami because on turn 1 you can assimilate. You charge it red on turn 1, assimilate for a Kami, and then you have your green energy for turn 2.
Yeah, it's great how far we've come from playing Mighty Mask back in set 1 or 2.
Yeah, bro, Mighty Mask was the shit, man.
You got a color fix, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say you have 16. I can't count, by the way, but around 16, 15 red Saiyans that you can proc off leader effect. So like if you guys are playing this deck, the first swing, you obviously can look at the top 5. But on the second one, sometimes I won't even swing with leader. I'll just wait to awaken so I can just draw a card after I awaken. Although sometimes you want to like you want a Nappa on your opponent's turn, right? You know what I'm saying? Like so that you don't have to swing with lead first and then Nappa, then play it because you'd rather awaken than swing lead, if that makes sense. But that's just
it does. Yeah. Well, no, that's correct. I would say unless I'm specifically everything you said was right. So like turn 1. If you're on the play, you're just going to swing with your leader, look at the top 5, add a switching gears, or Vegeta to the next level. Turn 2, I just wait to awaken. Unless I really need another Vegeta switching gears, I just wait until I awaken and then just swing as a 15k. And that's it. Turn 1, if I'm going first turn 1, I'll just charge a dual color. I'll charge like a Gogeta or a Beerus turn 1. That way I don't have to worry about fixing my mana for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's true. If you don't have to, and then before, as we're going into Ken's, just remember that Trunks 3-drop. Like that Trunks 3-drop is insane. And as I'm moving on here to Ken's, we have a switch of super combos. Just remember the Raditz super combo only works if your all energy is right, which Giancarlo reminded me of. And while we're giving credit to people, yeah, Matthew Coombs, bro, thank you so much. He did help me and you out. And
Yeah.
Nino from Vegeta Saint Army, gets a lot of credit. He did start building the turn two kill, which prompted me to make the turn two deck. So when I made the original like breakdown of the leader, that's when I added the Piccolo two drop. That's when that idea started forming of the red green. But
Yeah.
Matthew Coombs had it formed way before anybody. So Ken, we're moving on into yours, and Ken, you have like a mono red build, which I love. So your style is a bit more control, which I know that's the kind of player you are. Talk about some of the cards you have here, like Unisons and the chain and all that.
Okay, I just brought it up on the stream here.
Gotcha.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm going with more of mono red. You know, we're going to take advantage of the leader's ability to look at the top 5 cards of your deck and look for a mono red piece that you might need. This is definitely, the more and more I look at it, leaning more towards a control list, much less mid-range. And the reason why is the curve of it. You got the Vegeta at full power, which is like the card you want to get out, but you want to do it safely. You don't want to tap out 3 to play this guy and then sit on it and then not have any way to defend yourself besides him. You want to be able to activate your King Vegeta's imposing presence or your violent rays, whatever your floodgate you need to survive. But once you establish him on board, you're in a pretty good spot. I went with a lot of pieces to kind of control the board. Like I have the Vegeta Royal Evolution. It's a card I was looking at, and I was like, that card can be pretty decent in this deck. You can search it off the leader. You can use it to neg something. I remember once per turn on your leader's awakened side, you're getting another 10k neg to something. So you can get rid of some beefy guys with a lot of these cards. I got the one-hit wonder Goku. That's it's a free play. It's just worth playing just because it's a free 15k body. Intensifying power Trunks. I decided to switch to him over saying Kaba because while you guys were talking, you made a good point about the crit damage proccing the Bardock the Resolute, whereas the burn guys won't let you do that. So we went with Intensifying Power Trunks, so we have the Trunks and the Vegeta for crit damage. I have the SSB Kaioken Son Goku. I decided to change this to 1 because, you don't have a lot of barrier cards you want to hit, but you still want to have it in the deck for anytime opponent pays like a pesky barrier battle card. Like if you're playing against Invoker, you kind of need it.
Yeah.
Vegeta or any other pesky battle card. Piccolo Jr., Descendant of the King, is the unison we went with in this deck. While we were talking before making this video, Giancarlo made a really good point that this is probably the best unison to play in the deck, and I agree. You're drawing a card every turn. If your opponent activates a counter skill, you can just pop a 15,000 battle card or less, and you don't have to waste any of your neg skills. You don't have to worry about getting something off the board. And then it's -2. Choose one of your red battle cards. The energy costs a 3 or less. You have a lot of guys you're playing for free. So between the Goku, the Vegeta, he's only cost 1 if you had to. You can do that, and you're gonna proc this effect where you're gonna get some cards and activate Rejuvenate. So that's pretty cool. And then from there, everything else is just a control board. Wolfang Fist, King Vegeta's Imposing Presence, which is going to be an insane card coming into the set.
Card's so nice, bro.
I love
that card, man.
Yeah, and then I just went with the Raditz super combo because you're searching it and you're going to draw hella cards. And I like that. I love drawing cards, man. Best part of this game.
Absolutely.
That's one thing about this build that's really good because it feels so sacky with your leader when you're looking at the top 5 and you're just not grabbing the Wii super combo, beer super combo, whatever multicolor super combo you have, just because Raditz is that like mono red that you need to grab. Vegeta, again, the Vegeta 2-drop Royal Evolution, 1 energy, negs 2 things by 10k because of the leader effect. And you're not. Vegeta's like imposing presence, like. A lot of these floodgates are so cheap, especially like bottom race. Like you're dropping a card, but bro, it is like it stops the turn for depending on the deck you're playing against. And one thing that we were talking about before as well is that Vegeta at full power, really good against a lot of meta decks, a lot of like Mecha Frieza, King Piccolo. So like you're not gonna do this all the time, but you can look at it at the top 5. You can even go down to 2. You can play it at 3, but you're gonna find it with this leader definitely. And then when you play it, it's like an auto win against a lot of decks.
And that's what I like about this version. You don't have to go into that Vegeta and play the control game. You can go into your little crit guys and your free Bardock and your free Goku, and just go wide and hit them, with attrition instead of playing a control game if you had to.
And can I ask 2 questions real quick?
Yeah. What's up?
If you call the Vegeta Royal whatever, if it untaps your leader, do you draw a second card?
No. No, I wish. I wish they
Why
made
not?
sure of that, because he kills the skill of the leader.
I thought it was just, he said can't activate not. Okay, so non-keyword skills.
Dude,
okay, I got you.
Dude. No.
And then
Go ahead.
why aren't you playing Yamcha? Merciless Barrage.
I'm not a huge, and any deck I've built that's red, I usually keep that card out. I can see why it would be good.
No,
but I feel like with how this deck is built, we have a lot of things to kind of clear board already, and I don't think it'd be as necessary. I don't know. I don't find it to be. I can't search it, and I don't find it to be, the greatest counterplay card. But I do agree it can have a space in the deck. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious. I personally enjoy Yamcha a lot, but no, I could see that. Man, that's lame that you don't draw an extra card though. I thought that's why the card was good.
Listen, bro, they don't let Vegeta cards be that good.
No, that's so true, man. They all like every Vegeta card is like slightly understated. Every Goku card is slightly overstated. It's crazy.
So true.
I'm used to it, but that one cool thing though about this deck is like, I mean, you can play non-Saiyan cards if anyone's watching and doesn't want to play the Yamcha because of the invader effects. You're only gonna burn your life like the first 2 turns, and then after that, you can play Chopo, you can play Yamcha on your turn. The problem is that you're reducing the mono red Saiyans in your deck if you're running those cards. But I mean, don't worry, like you have plenty of red floodgates in the deck.
You can still discard Yamcha. So like even if you use Young Invader Field Spell, you still discard Yamcha instead of playing it, and you still neg 15 cards.
Oh, is it the counter? Is that an auto? It's a counter? Is that what it is?
Yeah, so Yamcha, the negging 2 is part of the counter effect. Not an auto.
Oh,
so like you can't cold bloodlust Yamcha either. So for little advice for any red player I've seen, like if you're playing against Mecha Frieza, they can't cold bloodlust or tyrannical blow your Yamcha because the it's part of the counter skill. Like it's not an auto when it's played.
All right, cool. So yeah, now we know.
Yeah, you'd have to use like Swift Retaliation Cooler to hit it.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and about the burning early on, is Giancarlo. We're in the FOE team talks with Giancarlo, and we were talking. He was asking what makes this deck better than launch.
Oh yeah, I think that it is better than launch now. I was ignorant. I hadn't tested it as much as I have now. Now that I've been testing it for about 4 or 5 days now, it's definitely better than launch, 100%.
And I do want to say something about Matthew Coombs was talking about today in his Go to Vegeta Saiyan Army. Check out the article he just posted. It's like a listen to. I don't know what the app is called, but whatever. He was talking about if you're not the best aggressive deck or the best control deck, then you're just a strictly worse version of that. So if you're not as good as King Piccolo or you're not as good as a Launch, then what are you doing? So I won't say that King Vegeta is better than Launch. I can probably see it being that way, but it's different because I was talking about in the team talks that she lives in the combo step, whereas that could be bad against Mecha, right? But a deck like King Vegeta could be great against Mecha. Because you're not comboing, I get that, you're not drawing as much, but you are burning life. So those attacks mean a lot more. They're gonna make you dump the fat hand that you just got off the life. So it's just different. So against some decks that can get bodied by a combo deck, then Launch might win. So you just have to read the lay of the land and kind of go into I guess what you want to do. But yeah, Ken, you got anything else here for One Hit Wonder is awesome, by the way. Just you just have free cards. The board's just gonna stack up.
You want to know what's funny about those cards too? What set were those from? Those were from
7 or something. I don't know.
Set 8. I've been using a lot of these cards from set 8 in my decks lately. Like you saw last night, I used the Trunks in the Mecha deck. These cards are really cool because their drop area effects are actually relevant, or becoming more and more relevant, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Trunks was cool. I don't spill the spice on your mecha list, but yeah, that was super cool. I was like, wait, what's going on?
Ooh, what Trunks? I'm interested.
Yeah, there was a yellow Trunks that, I'm just gonna say it now, but
From the same.
when you're comboing, you can put him in a drop area and like draw a card, and once he's in a drop area, activate.
Well,
battle.
it's when a card's rested, you can like it just cycles. Right. You can pitch it and draw a card, and then it also has you can activate it from the drop. You could pay 1 yellow, warp it, and rest mode a 4 or less battle card for one energy.
What is it? I've never heard of this card before.
I think it's called Trunks Saiyan Majesty, I think.
And knowing Giancarlo, he's gonna read it and say it's bad. And I said the same thing to him. And then I'm playing Vegeta, and then he rests, like he had 2 of them, and he rests like my board, and I was like, all right, pass. Like you're an asshole. Like you just fucking you shut my turn down. But
this card's kind of fire, bro. You can search this with Planet Vegeta.
Yep.
He was playing Planet Vegeta. Yeah.
I'm buying stamped ones as we speak. I'm on TCG Player right now.
Hell yeah.
And then finally, we're gonna go into my list, which
my god!
Yeah. What? How much is the
stamps for $8? $8. Never mind. Not worth it. I'm buying parallel foils. Parallel foils. Never mind.
Hell yeah, dude. So on my list, it's a little different. I have a very close, again, a lot closer to Giancarlo's. I am playing my only defensive cards here, honestly, are the Unison, the Lineage SCR, and maybe, I guess you could say Belmont can be a defensive card. I guess if you're playing explosive, Resonant Explosion defensively. Let's see here. Besides, I'm going with the Unison with the Mass Saiyan Unison, because the Mass Saiyan Unison, I am liking it a lot. It's cheaper than the Piccolo. I understand Piccolo's better, but I'm liking the Mass Saiyan Unison because it's always gonna proc my leader effect. I don't run negates in the deck right now because I started with 2 and 2 negate split between Violent Rays and Imposing Presence Vegeta, and I was just like not using any of them. It was just like dead. Because if I'm going for the turn 2 kill, I'm just like, I said to myself, if the turn 2 version doesn't work, I have a negate to crack back on. And I was never not winning. So I'm just like, forget it. Like, I'm just going to add an Overwhelm to make it better. I'm going to add the new ruler to make my Unison even better. So, like, just make the deck more gas than ever. So I play 2 of the Young Invader Vegetas, 1 of the Brolys, 1 of the Yamchas, 1 of the Raditz. I'm only playing 4 total because I don't want to see them after. Like, I only need a Bernie twice.
Yeah,
if I'm not,
I agree.
Yeah, if I'm not playing a defensive version of the deck and I don't need them on my side, I don't care. I just want to burn you twice. I'm only playing 1 of the evolved targets. I'm only playing the 3-drop Vegeta just to evolve into it. I'm not even playing switching gears. I'm literally playing the 3-drop. I may go into switching gears. I just like that this guy's 19k and it's 19k crit that draws me a card. Like, I know that switching gears draws too. I get that. I just like 19k crit over 10k at 5k, but I could be wrong. I can totally switch that. Like, if I buy switching gears and I love it, that's what's gonna happen. Yeah,
they're both phenomenal. So realistically, like switching gears filters your hand. So like when you have a 1 mana 10k you can't combo with, or like you said, you have this dead ass negate in hand. Yeah. Okay, well you just put it on the bottom of your deck and now you draw 2 cards that
super combo. It's a free super
may or may not. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's nice. You really only need 1 Young Invader. Like for the aggro version, like they bottom deck them. So like as long as I see 1 in deck, I'm gonna keep bottom decking it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like shit, as long as I got 1, I'll probably cut it down to 4 as well, honestly. But like as long as I got 1 in deck, I'll probably be fine.
So I have what was I gonna say? I only have the 2 Vegetas just because it's the best one in my opinion. Because negging a Unison, negging a leader, negging a battle card is just way too good. And then at free cards, I play 2 of the Taos, the 15k crit Taos, 2 of the Suppress Attack Friezas. I play the Bardock, the Resolute. I play 2 of those. And then I do go, what I like to do is I play Demolition Man, Nappa Super Combo. And I play 4 Resonant Explosion Gogetas to get into the Acrobatic Warrior, just so that I can burn alive. That's a huge combo. If I see it, I've been testing it online a lot. It happens like 40% of the time, 20% of the time. Not great, but it is literally a mono red Saiyan 4 or less that I can search for. Okay, so real quick about the Unison. I know that it's not as good as the King Piccolo, but for 1 energy, like that makes it better. Just the fact that it's 1 energy, just how much synergy it has with the deck, because you lose track of how much you're negging. Like, you're negging every time on either turn when they play something. You're negging with the Young Invader, you're negging with the leader, and I feel like if you play the all gas version and you're not playing negates or things that neg, you're missing out on that little part of the leader.
Yeah, so it's funny you say that. I hardly ever neg shit. If I'm not negging with the Young Invader, that's the only time I'm hardly like if I'm put in a position where I have to play Imposing Presence, it's a really good card. But like I play almost no neg in my deck, which is like I have this whole other auto attached to my leader that just does nothing. But it's a really good auto. I haven't like been able to utilize it because I'm just playing all gas.
Exactly. So like you're missing out a little bit. And I mean like it's not like you need it in the all gas version, but it's like the Unison does give you offense as well. And it's like it's giving you that defense you're not using if you're dropping the negates like I did, because I'm going to be as consistent as I can. And here I go again, making another like super consistent aggro deck that may fail. Like my Majin Vegeta deck. I mean, I can't compare this to Majin Vegeta, but Majin Vegeta running like 8 targets for the 4-drop Majin Buu is like disastrous. So we don't know how that went. So maybe I'll switch this back to a little more negates. Maybe a lot more like Giancarlo, who has a lot more experience with the game currently. So, but this is me being very greedy. And I like that this Unison kind of balances me back into like I can defend and I can rack up a lot of markers quickly, and that's why I'm playing the new ruler at 2. Another free card. It's literally just a free like 20k double strike that can't be blocked.
Yeah, so man, I'm thinking about playing that Unison too. In the all gas version, I usually just pass on. I honestly just pass on turn 1 a lot. I'll charge a multicolor or I'll charge red and pass. So it's like I could see how a 1-drop Unison would be really good.
Yeah, just literally. I mean, and it does have like you're gonna get the -4 eventually, like just -4, and you have like literally a killer that can finish a game. So you have both things. Again, I don't think that this is the best Unison, or like, because part of me thinks that the 1-drop King Piccolo could be really good too, because like you are getting a lot of markers with King Piccolo. Like it's hard to keep him alive. But if you're running the 3-drop Goku, that's the dual blocker or whatever, like you can keep him alive. Like that card can play through the span, no problem with Ape. If you're running a version that can help that. But so there's a lot of versions to go into it. I just feel like for my version that doesn't have the negates, this guy does balance it back without losing an edge offensively. And then one hit wonder, just 2 of them. I totally forgot about Bodyguard Magic. It's my favorite. It's my favorite spicy, like, shitty card.
You're welcome.
Bad. Yeah. That was Ken's idea. And yeah, like, just turn 1, they're always gonna have an invader, and you're always gonna have a free card. Yeah, it's bad, but I like it. I'm not gonna make room for it. I'm kidding. What was I gonna say? Yeah. No. I have at 2 this is what I took out. Like, once I took out the negates, it made the deck so much better, because like my favorite art in the game, and one of my favorite cards in the game, is the SS4 Bardock Overrealm. That's 25k dual attack. Like,
Fighting its fate.
Man, what a card, bro! Like this
nuts.
This is the best. Like, it wins all. Like, you guys know how much I love Vegex. Like, it wins. I like 80% of my games. Like yeah, it's like Secret Identity wins the other 20%, dude. Like, I love that card so much. And I heard you guys talking about. I think it was the Team Talks. Like, you guys are talking about what's the most broken free card. And I know what everyone was saying, like, Secret Identity, but bro, like, for some reason, this card has juju, bro. This card has so much juju, like, so much luck, so much, like, pressure, like, I don't know. It just wins.
Fighting against fate is absolutely nuts, man. This shit is, oh my god, that card's so good.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is.
It's so good. You see Vegex playing it at 4, and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, why not? Like, this card is so good. Why would I just not play it at 4? You know?
Yeah, and it's funny I say that because I'm literally gonna take it out just to put the Toa because I wasn't joking about. Yeah, I'm literally not joking. I love your spice. Yeah, I didn't think
Well,
about it.
the thing about King Vegeta, at least in the gas version, it's hard to get cards in the drop. The only time I'm actually getting cards in the drop is when I'm comboing, and it's like
Yes.
the thing is like just the way the deck works is like I swing with Piccolo Jr. Alliance combo 3 cards. Now I have 3 cards in the drop. Other than that, other than assimilate, you don't really want your cards to go to the drop. Like like the cards on board, you don't want them to go to your drop. You're not discarding cards with any effects.
Yeah.
Everything like bottom deck. So it's just I don't foresee myself getting 6 cards in the drop on turn 2 unless I shotgun my entire hand into a double strike. At that point, it's already too late.
That's actually how I've been doing it. Cause like
Yeah.
I'll combo up. Maybe it's a margin in me, but like I'll combo up on the attacks. Cause if I feel like I'm in reach, like if I feel like I'm in reach within like a kill turn, I'll start comboing. And then like my last couple, I'll have the fighting against fate. But again,
So yeah, I mean I do too. But that's the thing about like this deck's just so quick, man. Like it's crazy because like they're taking 2 damage that they have no choice to take. Like Young Invaders does not give them an option. They have to take 2 damage. If I'm gonna swing my leader into their leader. If they want to out combo that, okay, good for them. It's just a neg 1. If I swing my 19k into their leader, they're gonna have they're at 5 life. They're not gonna be able to super combo, so they're taking that 19k. If you have Vegeta, then their leader becomes a 5k. Like they're gonna take this damage. You know what I'm saying? It's once they hit 4. That's like when you have to start comboing because like that's just when super combos exist. Unless you're playing against something that's playing a dual color super combo, which is like I don't know 3 to 4 decks in the meta. It's more uncommon now than it is common to see a multicolor super combo.
yeah, and one thing also about the neg and I forgot to talk about is remember the field card. Because you were just talking about burning life, and that's just hilarious. Because like against King Piccolo, like they're gonna start with 4 life. Like they're literally start the game, yeah. So like they start the game with 4. I mean they rejuvenate, but at the same time like they can keep piano on board. Like if they want to play which you won't get to a control version, but the field does. You can tap an energy and neg something 5,000, and then like leader effect you neg something else 10,000.
Yeah.
So that's another thing about the unison. That like the unison lets me do that. And it's also funny because like it's like a hostage situation where like they'll play a card, like let's say you swing at them and they topo you, they're gonna neg that card like 5,000. So like if there's something else on board, the leader will proc, and then it'll neg something else 10,000, maybe like something else that they wanted to keep track of. And if not, then your unison is gonna get markers. So like the unison is really good because it'll really make your opponent want to neg your cards, and it'll make your opponent's board get negged. So like. And if not, you're gaining markers. So like a lot of things about this deck really work. A lot of them are being tried right now that could not work. Like I can totally see myself again going into switching gears. But we are experimenting. This is our competitive builds. And we all have I think these are all great. Like Ken's version, if somebody drops the 5-drop Vegeta on you, and you're one of those decks that doesn't like the 5-drop Vegeta, like you're done. Obviously, like if you guys watch any of my decks, I like free or 1-drops. The only card in this game I'll ever tap more than 1 energy for is Piccolo, and I've said this a million times. Free or 1 energy. Piccolo's so good. People are like smoking crack, not like playing Piccolo. 2 energy, you draw 2 cards. So imagine a draw ape, right? Just a draw ape, but it's like I don't know what is it like 26,000. It deals a life, and then like it's double strike, and it's like it does so much for 2 energy. It's like I'll play you for 2. You're enough for me to play 2. Like,
I will say that's where switching gears really comes in, is because like you have Nappa and switching gears, and then your Piccolo's at 36. So like that's where like just always the bigger the better, right?
right, yeah. And if that's the first swing, then their leader's gonna be at like 5k. Instead of if you're not swinging with switching gears, I'm saying, and then you swing with Piccolo first, then it's like 5k to like a 36,000 double striker that just dealt the damage to you. That you could be standing up with the Toa. So again, if you guys have any questions for any of us, and these probably gonna change. Like my decks change every week. Like if I see the game rotating into a more control version, if I see the game going more aggressive, if I like in my locals, if I like we have one of my best friends plays Control Sim, and I'm like, great, I'm mainboarding like Kamehameha one drop, what's that called? The negate max power Kamehameha. Like I mainboard that, and I was like, fine. And then like if Ken is a mecha player, like cool, I'll try to mainboard things that go against that, which not a lot, but so yeah, this deck will change, especially if I see that there's a deck in a meta when I take it to a competitive event that I think is a problem. I'll definitely change it up. But this is my current build, yeah.
Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
No, yeah, this is literally just my current build.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say this is like a deck builder's deck. Like people who commit to this deck will have some crazy ass builds by the end of it. Yeah, you can play Great Sandman 2, the green one. You can play that for 1 and then summon a vanilla from your deck for 20. So like you activate your field spell ability, play a Young Invader to your field with its effects negated, add it back to hand, summon Great Sandman 2, summon a 20k Trunks or whatever the vanilla is from deck. You have a 15k, a 20k attacker, or you have 35k to put onto your Piccolo. Your opponent will die. Like that's a huge amount of pressure. If you're on the play, that is a freaking, or I'm sorry, if you're on the draw, that's a huge amount of pressure to deal with. So like, you know, there's a lot of things that this deck that like, people are just gonna figure it out. It's the deck now versus the deck at the end of the format. We're gonna see some really crazy shit.
Yeah, someone's gonna come up with, you know what version I was thinking about, because I tested all of them, but blue red was kind of cool because the cooler arrival wasn't bad, and then Ken was trying to build Invoker. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if it's as good as at it as launch, but like it's a pop. Like you can, yeah. Giancarlo's just like not having it, but like yeah, it's like one thing I was gonna ask you, by the way, is Urgent Aid Kami that you have at 2 of. I run it at 3 of with 3 assimilates, just because I want to fix the energy, but I also like I want to see it because it might be in my life, and like I don't want to awake. Like sometimes I'll awaken after. Like, and I'll have 8 life, literally, like, before I can hit my opponent if it's not a leader that can swing. So do you like it at 2? Do you always see it?
Well, you don't want to see it at all, right? I mean, like, if I draw Assimilate, I want to search Piccolo Jr. Here's the thing, too, though, is I'm not playing Unison, right? So I'll charge a multicolor on turn 1. If I'm on the play, I have nothing to do with my energy on turn 1. So I'm just going to tap a energy exhaust, you know, that way I don't have to fix my energy. Yeah, I don't want to draw that card. That card sucks. It literally does nothing. I don't ever want to play it. I'm just going to charge or combo with it. So, like, if I don't have to ever see it, I don't want to.
Got you. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like, if I have 1 Assimilate and 1 Piccolo Jr., I want to search the second Piccolo Jr. because I can hold my Awaken until turn 3 and then play double Piccolo in 1 turn. Like, it's just... I never want Kami. You just play it for consistency. I don't want to see it though.
See, I'm gonna switch my strategy to that because what I do right now is I do my best to leave an energy up, and then when they swing at me, Nappa into Resonant Explosion Gogeta.
Yeah.
So
I mean that's an option, right? But that's matchup dependent as well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It depends. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll do can shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and then again, I do want. I forgot about the Beerus Champa. Like I love that card, and especially in this deck. What was I gonna say? So yeah, if you guys have anything else, if you guys have any questions,
yeah, I mean you put that bit on your critical, like you said. So.
And that procs the Bardock as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So let us know. This is gonna change. Go to Vegeta State Army. Everyone that gets credit for it. Nino been putting a lot of work into it. Matthew Coombs, we stole your shit. Matthew Coombs doesn't even know, dude. He's just like shit.
Hey, no, he knows because I tell him. I love being on a fucking team with Matthew Combs, bro, because I don't like deck building in this game. I don't know why. I just don't like to build decks. So I just hit up Matt all the time. Yo, Matt, let me see a baby list. Yo, Matt, what's your King Vegeta list? Yo, Matt, send me your Makeka Burra list, dog. I love being on a team with Matt because I don't have to build decks anymore. And he's so receptive to like just you can ask him any question and he'll just tell you. So it's like, yes, I'll change cards after play testing because everyone has their own play style. I might not like X card, you know, and he might like X card, but like we don't agree on some random card. So like, yeah, the list will change as I play it more, but I just love he's always coming with the heat, bro. I love being on a team with Matt because he's always helping me out.
Yeah, he's like the nicest guy. I reach out to him. We never met. I think I saw him once on Orlando like 2 years ago, but I never actually met him. And he's super good people. Like I always talk to him, and he's helping me out. Oh, Eddie, I know he's testing this deck. I don't know what he's doing with this deck though. Eddie's kind of bad, so I don't know what. I'm just kidding, but I have no idea what Eddie's doing with King Vegeta. What was I gonna say? Nemo,
Well, he's gonna say he's playing it, then play Vegex. That's what he does.
Yeah, Eddie, every week, bro. It's like, oh yeah, guys, you gotta play. I'm telling you, you gotta play Green Gohan. If you're not playing Green Gohan, you're gonna top. Like, bro, Green Gohan and then play Red Broly, or you're gonna top. And then he'll post a picture of like Vegex and then bring Dark Broly. Like Eddie curves everybody, bro. Like everyone's like, oh, Eddie's bringing. Yeah,
I think he just. I think he smoke screens, dog. You know what smoke screening is? Where like a lot of teams will smoke screen, and I don't do that shit. Like, no, I'm not talking shit or anything, but it's like I'll fucking post anything. I really don't care. Like if there have been multiple events where like when I had my own YouTube channel, when I was on Bad Beats and I like posted all my deck, I would post a list before I went to an event and be like, yeah, that's what I'm playing. Because I don't care. Like you're not gonna beat me, and this doesn't like obviously I lose all the time, but it's like. Bro, like, if I go to an event, I'm gonna top more than there's like a really strong chance. Like, I don't give a shit if you know it's in my deck. You're probably not gonna beat me. So it's like it doesn't benefit me to just like lie and be like, oh yeah, play X deck. But I don't know. He's right about Red Broly though. Red Broly's fucking broken. I'm personally glad people don't play it because I hate that deck. But if someone was to play Red Broly, they would probably do really well. But don't play Red Broly. Fuck that deck.
Three things to that. One, Eddie's actually like like I know Eddie, like I've known him for a long time. Like when I first met him, I can tell how you think like he's an asshole or like he's.
I don't know. I didn't say all that. I just said he's.
Oh no! I just want to say it for everyone listening because I can totally see how you can get that. Like think about Eddie's the nicest dude ever. He helps.
He's very nice. Yeah.
He goes out of his way to do a lot of shit for us, and it's really. I mean, at least for me and local, because I know him personally. Like if you know him from other shit, like Two. Oh, I don't know you were in Bad Beats, by the way. That's cool. I love that channel. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like. Yeah, I was the guy in every video. How did you not know it was me?
Okay, the way I listen, by the way, to YouTube or like any channel is like on my commute. Because I don't watch the video. I'll like literally have it on like a podcast. So like I do
that too. Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah, so I don't actually look. And if I'm like, oh, they're talking about a deck, and they're like, look at this deck. So like, I'll come back later and screen cap it. I barely look. Like, yeah, I haven't looked at a video since Set 1 Super Players because it was hilarious. Like, that's like the only time. And what was I gonna say? But yeah, no, guys, again, if you have go to Vegeta Saint Army, a lot of these are coming around. We have like we're 2,000 strong monkeys, like big ape mood. It's like everyone's bringing out their King Vegeta decks. A lot of people have different ones.
Together.
Yeah. Ape together strong, dude.
Ape together stronger.
Yeah. If you're going to an event, put Vegeta Saint Army as your team name. We're taking over again, dude. At 5,000 strong, we're gonna be real soon.
Team name Frank Castle.
Yeah. Everyone, put your names Frank Castle, dude.
Frank Castle got 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 18th, 32.
Yeah. So you just banned Frank Castle, 5 different like player BCC IDs, dude. No, check out Saint of the Week. I want the first Saint of the Week to be King Vegeta off this set coming up. So I want you guys to top of this deck. I want to see it come out. Again, go to the channel. I want to see people's builds are there. If you have questions, different players are there. So check it out. Thank you guys. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Giancarlo. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your builds. I literally I'm changing my build right now because of you two. Like I'm loving like the King Vegeta Royal Evolution. I bought it for the red Vegeta leader.
You cut out. What'd you say?
And I never.
What did you cut out? What'd you say?
No, he plays the Royal Evolution Vegeta,
and
I totally blanked. I blanked that it gives something 2 cards 10,000 minus. So you neg 2 things, and it's also offensively good. By the way, no, but this card you want to play it in launch. Like this is a launch card. Like that's. I mean, I feel like that's where you play it, but and then,
what card?
So the 2-drop, Vegeta Royal Evolution. Because in launch you get 2, I guess, combo faces with offensively with and then like defensively, just -10 isn't bad. And then I'm stealing the Toa.
I got
and
you. Yeah.
If I win with it, I'm not even gonna give you props. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I thought about this Toa. I just think it's a good idea with Pickle.
No, I didn't think of it. Robert Reed, fucking, that's Robert Reed's tech, bro. This is what I'm talking about. Like, I just steal from everybody on my team all the time. Because me and Robbie were playtesting one day, and he was playing it in launch. The only problem with it in launch is you have to wait to play it until turn 3. But because King Vegeta untaps an energy when it awakens, now I can play it on turn 2. And I'm telling you, I don't build decks anymore. I'm stealing from everybody.
My favorite part of the game is building decks. You guys, if you're sitting me, you know that, because I'll be like, this is my favorite deck, and then tomorrow I'll build a different deck of the same leader. I've made a million Majin Vegeta decks, like profiles, not because I'm trying to pump them out, just because I changed my mind. Like, I love this shit, and you guys change my mind all the time. In the channel, like, I'll be like, oh, the 4-drop chain sucks, and the next day I'll be like, it's my life now. Like, so like, yeah, I'm playing the Toe. Yeah, so like, I'll put a Toe in. Robert Reeds, he got it for me, bro. First of all, I told him about it. Okay. But
okay, shout out Robbie, shout out everybody on PPG. No, I mean I like building decks. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I don't give a shit. Like for regionals, we're all like best of 1 webcam events. I never really needed to build the best deck. I was just playing. Like, honestly, dog, the King Piccolo deck was like the same deck I've been playing for like a month. Like, I don't think the only thing I did was I put 2 Kaiokins in the main board because I was like, well, there's no sideboard, so I need to main deck this card. That's like literally all I did. Like, I don't know. I haven't built a deck since King Piccolo. Like, I just steal everybody else's deck.
Yeah.
If I see your shit in the deck profile, that's my shit now, bro, for real. And that's also why I'm okay with giving away spice, because like, straight up, I top 16 a regional with Baby. I hit up Mike Rentucci from Hermit Style. Hey Mike, can I steal your Vegex list? Hey Mike, can I steal your Baby list? He said, sure thing, man. Here you go. I didn't build that shit. I hit up John Lamontanero for his Vegex build. He sent it to me. I've been playing Vegex for a week now. I didn't build that shit. I'm not building decks, dog. I'm stealing shit from everybody. I don't care.
By the way, listen to Hermit Crab. That's my favorite commute listen, by the way, Hermit Style.
Hermit Crab.
I said Hermit Crab.
Yeah.
From now on,
I fucking love Hermit Crab. I fucking love Hermit Style. Sorry to plug something else on your channel, but if you
do it, bro.
I got you. Yo, if you're not in the Hermit Style Discord, you guys are honestly missing out. It's a great community. There's a bunch of really talented high level players in that community. Here's the thing, bro. A lot of high level players are fucking snobby in this game. They don't want to fucking play test with anybody else. They don't want to play test with bad players. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck. You have me. I'm okay, right? I'm not the best, but I'm okay. Matt Sublet, top 10 without a doubt. You got Armando from Canada, fucking monster. You got Mike Rentucci. He's amazing. He's on MRG. You got Jimmy Bacon. He fucking tops everything he enters, bro. It's like, there's so many fucking high level players in that Discord, and they'll fucking play with anybody. I'll play, like, I don't care. And like, not only we'll talk, we'll bullshit, we'll coach. Hermit Style is the best Dragon Ball community, tied with Vegeta Sand Army, because y'all are fucking hilarious.
It's okay, bro. Thank you, bro.
I got you. But anyway, if you're not a part of the Hermit Style Discord, y'all have to fucking check them out. I love Hermit Style so much, bro. I also fuck with VSA a lot.
Yeah, bro. About net decking, bro. I literally. Like, I net deck like Anthony Hernandez's list, and like he sucks, but like, yeah, and like I'll net deck, yeah, like I'll be like, I like your deck, bro, like, yeah, like, you're toxic, bro.
Yeah, there's literally nothing wrong with net decking. People who complain about net decking are they're fucking stupid. It's like, bro, like, not everyone can be good at everything. Like, there are better deck builders out there than me, but like, I know people who are better deck builders but worse players. So it's like, that's just how it is, bro. Or you could be a really good player without being able to deck build. Bro, Matt Sublet was the absolute fucking worst deck builder back in the Yu-Gi-Oh days. This motherfucker used to, like, he would straight up just hand me his decks, and I would have to fix them, and then he would just go win tournaments willy fucking nilly. Yeah. He's a really good deck builder now, because like everything's like a skill you have to learn over time. But like, he was a 10 times better player than I ever was. He just couldn't build decks for shit. You know what I mean?
I've never seen him not top, but like,
no, he's a fucking monster, bro. He's he's top 10 in the game for sure. God, man, that's also my best friend, so fucking whatever. I'm pretty biased.
Hell yeah. No, God knew I'd be too broken if he made me good at like deck building, dude. So, let's cut that out. But anyway, guys, yeah. Again, if you guys have
Yeah, so
questions,
he didn't.
no, what are you gonna say? No, cut. No, what were you gonna?
No,
No, you were gonna cut me off. I want to hear what you're gonna
Oh,
say.
I was gonna say, yeah, no, I was gonna say, you know, God didn't make me good at anything, so I just fucking play Dragon Ball.
It's okay. God's not real. I'm just kidding.
Oh God.
I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
shit.
No, I'm kidding. But
This podcast is no longer sponsored by the Catholic Church.
yeah. This podcast is no longer sponsored by the Australian and European Dragon Ball Silk Association.
So
But if you guys, but anyway, yeah. If you guys have questions, let us know. John Vegeta Saint Army. Thank you for real, Ken. Thank you, Giancarlo. And if you guys have questions again, let us know. And I'll see you guys.
It was fun, man.
Oh,
If you ever want me back on, bro, it'd be a total pleasure.
Wait. I said it already. By the way, I called you Gianfranco, Sir Giancarlo, because I have a friend named Gian.
That's okay.
I'm not going to Team Talks ever again unless you're on it.
I appreciate that, man.
But all right, guys, signing out. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much.